A black boy always eagerly raised his hand the first time the teacher asked a question in class. However, the teacher deliberately ignored him, simply because the boy didn't even own a pair of decent shoes and his pants were full of patches. The teacher looked down on someone so poor and turned the opportunity over to the principal's son. The boy lowered his arm in disappointment and helplessly watched Jason answer, his anger accumulating inside. It would eventually erupt during the break because everyone else had food to fill their stomachs while he could only stare. The rich second generation looked at him and sneered. The teacher's prejudice had already troubled him, but his classmates were too arrogant. He couldn't stand it anymore and rushed towards his classmate. Before the classmate could react, he swung a heavy punch, knocking him out cold. However, the boy quickly realized he had made a big mistake and, in a panic, chose to run away from school. Despite the classmate's fault, Foster was still expelled by the school. In the blink of an eye, he became a street thug, following drunks every day, pouncing on them when they were off guard, and quickly looting their possessions. But this time, they ran into tough customers. The dazzling police badge left both of them speechless. The two of them fled in panic, but the police car had been waiting outside for a long time. In the chaos, Foster hid in the drainage ditch under the house, thinking he had escaped. Who would have thought that the police would send their police dogs to catch him? Seeing the police dog about to discover him, Foster had no choice but to smear the sewage waste on himself, which narrowly allowed him to escape. Subsequently, he walked on the street covered in waste, which reminded him a lot of his life, which had been as shitty as his current state. At this time, a job advertisement was playing on TV, showing that the industrial cluster in the town not only provided food and accommodation but also offered high wages. This gave him hope for his life. Therefore, he expressed his thoughts to his mother, and his mother had only one requirement for him: not to give up halfway. Even to encourage her son, his mother spent half a year's worth of food money to buy him a new pair of shoes.